Do you like comics?
I love comics.
Do you love epic comic book events?
Love epic comic book events.
Then this is right up your alley. This is in our wheelhouse. I'm Jack Lutz.
Troy Stegner.
And this is another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. This topic of discussion, well, we've let it settle for a little bit. The dust is beginning to settle. Rebirth. Rebirth is the topic of discussion for DC. And man, I'm going to tell you right off the bat how Geoff Johns just knocked it out of the park with the first issue. And now you've got action, you've got detective, you've got Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, all across the board taking off in a big way, destroying the competition, in my opinion.
They finally got it right. I mean, DC has made amends for Convergence in my eyes.
And, of course, with the New 52, we've had this discussion with Brett Booth when we interviewed him. And we asked him several times, is it a reboot? He's like, it's not a reboot, it's not a reboot. How did they manage to reboot the DC Universe without really rebooting it?
They put a big, blue, Dr. Manhattan-shaped Band-Aid right on top of it.
Let me tell you something.
Spoilers.
Right now, there are spoilers in this episode. If you haven't read Rebirth 1 yet, or if you haven't read any of the Batman Rebirth, Superman Rebirth, anything across the board, right now, this is where you want to pause it. Pretty much maybe throughout the rest of the episode.
Yeah, you might want to go to the next episode. Come back to this one once you've read it.
Rebirth 1 had probably one of the best cliffhanger endings I've seen in comics, and it made me giddy. I haven't been this happy since high school, looking forward to issue 2, which, when the hell is that coming out, man? When's Rebirth 2 coming out? Later on. It's later on.
I think Rebirth was a one-shot.
Rebirth 1?
Yeah, and I think the rest of them are going to carry on.
Yeah, the rest of them are going to be carrying. So, the question is, what did Dr. Manhattan have to do with...
Yeah, or why did he do it?
Why?
We know what he did.
He do it?
We don't know why he did it.
Why did he steal 10 years from the DC timeline and make veterans into amateurs and lovers into complete strangers? Why did he do it? And I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, it's gonna... Well, like Geoff Johns said, he liked the New 52 stories, but there was something missing.
Mm-hmm.
So... knowing Geoff Johns, the way he plans things out,
right,
way in advance, I'm sure it's all going to come around, soon.
And I'd like to think that Geoff Johns had this planned all along with the New 52. I'd like to think that he did, because when the New 52 happened, I wasn't a big fan of it at all. I'm still not a big fan of certain things. I'm not a big fan of the new, how they treated Lobo. How Superman became younger, and that's been taken care of now. The New 52 Superman is dead.
Yeah. And
the Superman that you and I knew, grew up and loved throughout comics, he's back in this universe kind
of in hiding?
Right. He's back in the post-Flashpoint universe, if that makes any sense. I feel like Abe Simpson here, where I'm like, I keep going on tangents, where if you haven't read Flashpoint yet, which is the jumpstart to the New 52, I recommend that you read that too. The movie is out right now. The Flashpoint Flashpoint film. So just to get you back up to speed here, so many things are happening right now in the DC universe that
it's mind-boggling,
mind-blowing with Rebirth going on, and one of the big factors is with Batman. How we all read about this, we all knew it was coming, and this was a complete curveball that they threw at us, Troy.
Yeah.
The origin of the
Jokers.
Right.
Did I spoil it?
We told everybody this is going to contain spoilers here. Batman sat in the Mobius chair.
You gave him the Mobius chair. What do you think he's going to ask it?
He asked 2 questions. Who killed my parents, and what is the Joker's real name? Ping, ping. That's impossible. And apparently, and this leads into Rebirth,
yes,
that there is not 1, not 2, but 3 Jokers. What does this mean? Are they clones? Are they from different universes? It leaves you with more questions than answers.
Yeah, with Geoff Johns, it's hard to know what direction he's going with.
Right. And all of this is under the Rebirth banner right now. And it's not too late. This is like the business side here.
No.
Where you gotta pick up
the first Rebirth, the one-shot Rebirth, which
Yes.
is probably 3rd or 4th printing by the time this video comes out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the Rebirth individual titles that got rebooted, I shouldn't say rebooted, restarted at number 1. They haven't even hit issue 2 yet, so you're getting in early.
And they've sold out. They've sold out.
Yeah.
So if you go to your local comic book store, see Comics, and you ask for your pull list, they're able to go back and get whatever printing that they're on. If you need to start back from number 1, you're barely going to be as of this viewing, you'll be on number 2 still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very early in the game, and let me tell you something. It is completely worth it. It's just destroying everything.
So many questions.
Yes. How did Batman not know that there were 3 Jokers? What kind of detective is that? What kind of detective is he if he didn't know that? And apparently they all have 3 different personalities is what they're hinting at. How does he not know that? How did he not see that coming?
And not only that, now you have 2 Wally Wests.
Yes.
They both exist again.
In the same universe, yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, Wonder Woman, yes.
Has a brother.
Right.
How did the island of Amazons birth a male?
So is that going to be Wonder Man? And is Marvel going to be pissed at that?
I'm not sure. I don't know that.
How does
maybe
that
he's
work?
in an orphanage somewhere.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Will he be Wonder Man and will Marvel sue? What will happen?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things getting shook up.
More questions than answers, but it's very early in the game right now. If you want to get in, which we recommend that you should.
Right. I've been mostly Marvel before this, but Rebirth has me reading a lot more DC lately.
Yes. The titles that we recommend, Titans. Brett Booth is doing that.
Him and Norm Rapman, they're an excellent team.
Yeah, pick up Titans is good.
Flash.
Yes.
Flash number 1 actually outsold Batman, Wonder Woman, and
Did it
Superman.
really? Did it really?
It was the highest selling Rebirth title as of like last week.
That's the one that I didn't get. That's the one.
You might have problems getting a first printing on
that
that.
I'm gonna have to go online and get. Here's how bad it is. Here's how bad it is too. Is that it's not your guys' fault. It's just that they've sold out so quick, so fast, and a lot of the distributors
Right.
have. I think they did it on purpose to up the value, maybe, of the comics.
There's only one distributor.
Right,
Diamond.
Diamond.
Don't have a choice.
That's the end all be all, right? It's the almighty of all distribution companies. It's the only one.
Yep. It's not a monopoly.
Right.
They won that lawsuit.
And yeah, go back, get it. That's all we're gonna leave you with right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Jump into Rebirth now. It's not too late, like Jack said, and I think it's going to be a good ride.
I haven't been this excited in a long, long time for comics and for Wednesday once again.
And another good thing is they put Geoff Johns in charge of DC movies.
Yeah.
No more
And people will,
lackluster DC movies.
and people are already, giving him crap because he was in charge of the Green Lantern film. He was in charge.
I like the Green Lantern.
You would. You would. My point being is that I give it a pass. I give that one a pass. It'd be very interesting to see a more lighthearted DC movie. We've been all over the place with this topic.
Maybe follow the Marvel formula.
Yeah.
It works.
Why can't it work with DC?
We'll find out.
All right. That'll do it for another edition of Talk Nerd and Me, your DC Rebirth edition. Go pick up those issues. Titans, Superman, Action, Batman, Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern,
Suicide Squad, you name it, they're all getting a Rebirth title.
That's going to be your relationship right now. That's where all your money's going to be going. Your comic book store is going to be your Heine. It's going to be your Ruka. All right. I'm Jack Lutz.
Troy Segner.
Good night.
Sleep tight.